Most people believe they are not billionaires yet because they are missing something on the outside. They think they lack money, connections, a perfect idea, or the right timing. They assume that if they just worked harder, found the right business model, or discovered a secret strategy, everything would change. But what if that belief itself is the real problem? What if the reason you are not a billionaire yet has nothing to do with effort, intelligence, or opportunity, but everything to do with who you are right now? The uncomfortable truth is this: your current version is not designed to handle billionaire-level outcomes. That does not mean you are weak or incapable. It simply means growth always demands transformation. Billionaires are not just people who make more money. They are people who think differently, decide differently, and act differently under pressure. Wealth on that level is not achieved by hustle alone. It is earned by becoming someone who can carry it without collapsing. This is where most people fail. They chase money before they upgrade their identity. They focus on external wins without building internal strength. They want the results without becoming the person required to produce those results consistently. That gap between desire and identity is where dreams quietly die. The first real step toward becoming a billionaire is not launching a company or chasing a big idea. It is rebuilding your mindset from the ground up. Until your thinking evolves, your results will stay limited. Money simply follows identity. When the identity changes, the money has no choice but to follow. What follows are not business tactics or shortcuts. These are the laws that shape how billionaires see the world. These principles rewire your thinking, sharpen your decisions, and expand your internal capacity. When these laws are deeply absorbed, success stops feeling distant and starts feeling inevitable. Law 1. The world was built by people no smarter than you. One of the most dangerous beliefs you can carry is the idea that successful people are somehow superior, that they were born smarter, luckier, or more gifted than you. This belief quietly kills ambition before it ever turns into action. It convinces you that success belongs to a different category of humans, and not to you. The truth is far simpler and far more empowering. Everything you see around you was built by ordinary people who decided to act. The biggest companies, the most powerful systems, and the most influential ideas were created by individuals who once stood exactly where you are now, inexperienced and imperfect. When you truly internalize this, something shifts. You stop seeing success as unreachable. You stop waiting for permission. You stop doubting whether you belong in the room. The world was not built by superhumans. It was built by people who believed they could learn, adapt, and persist longer than others. Once this belief locks in, excuses begin to lose their power. You stop asking, why them? And start asking, why not me? Law 2. You are the hero of your own story. Your life is not a rehearsal. There is no alternate version where you suddenly wake up as the main character. You already are the hero of your story, whether you act like it or not. Every decision you make either moves the story forward or keeps it stuck in the same chapter. Billionaires do not wait for motivation. They do not wait for perfect conditions. They understand that heroes are defined by action taken under uncertainty. They step forward when fear is loud. They move when clarity is incomplete. They take responsibility even when it feels unfair. Ask yourself a simple question. If your life were a movie, would the audience be inspired by what the hero does next? Or would they be frustrated by hesitation and excuses? The moment you accept full responsibility for your future, everything changes. Blame disappears. Victimhood dissolves. Power returns to where it belongs. Law 3. Never lie to yourself. Self-deception is one of the most expensive habits you can develop. Every time you promise yourself something and fail to follow through, you weaken your internal authority. Over time, your mind stops taking your own words seriously. When that happens, discipline collapses. Billionaires trust themselves deeply. That trust is built through small acts of integrity. Waking up when you said you would. Finishing what you started. Doing the uncomfortable task, even when no one is watching. Self-trust is not built through motivation. It is built through consistency. When you keep your word to yourself, your confidence grows naturally. You stop needing external validation because your internal foundation is solid. If you cannot lead yourself, you will never lead money, people, or systems. Law 4. What dominates your mind today becomes your future. Your thoughts are not harmless. They are instructions. Repeated thoughts, become actions. Repeated actions become habits. Habits become lifestyle. Lifestyle becomes destiny. Whatever occupies your mental space consistently will shape your outcomes. If your mind is filled with fear, comparison, and distraction, your life will reflect that chaos. If your mind is filled with clarity, ambition, and growth, your life will rise to match it. This is not philosophy. It is cause and effect. Billionaires guard their mental environment aggressively. They are selective about what they consume, who they listen to, and what narratives they repeat internally. Control your mind, and you control your future. Law 5. Certainty creates momentum. Uncertainty kills action. When you are unsure of where you are going, hesitation becomes your default state. Doubt grows. Confidence shrinks. Progress slows to a stop. Billionaires move with certainty, not because they know everything, but because they are committed to a direction. They choose a destination and adjust along the way. Clarity of direction creates confidence, even when the path is unclear. You do not need all the answers. You need commitment. Certainty fuels momentum, and momentum changes everything. Law 6. Visualize the inputs, not just the outcome. Most people visualize success, but avoid visualizing the work required to get there. They see the reward, but not the responsibility. Billionaires do both. They visualize the difficult meetings, the long hours, the pressure, and the sacrifices. This prepares their nervous system for reality. When challenges appear, they feel familiar rather than overwhelming. Success is not just imagined. It is rehearsed internally through effort, discipline, and execution. Law 7. Fear is a signal, not a stop sign. Fear does not mean you are wrong. It usually means you are growing. Billionaires understand this. They do not eliminate fear. They move through it. Every major breakthrough lives on the other side of discomfort. Fear loses power the moment you act despite it. Over time, courage becomes muscle memory. Fear is not your enemy. Avoidance is Law 8. You create your own luck. Luck is not random. It is preparation meeting opportunity. The harder you work on yourself, the more opportunities seem to appear. Billionaires position themselves for luck by building skills, relationships, and resilience. When opportunity arrives, they are ready to act. From the outside, it looks like luck. From the inside, it looks like preparation. Law 9. Focus on the next step. Only trying to see the entire journey at once can paralyze you. Billionaires focus on the next actionable step. Progress is built through movement, not perfection. One step leads to the next. Momentum reveals clarity. Action creates answers. Law 10. Billion-dollar businesses start small. Most massive companies began with simple ideas. What made them grow was execution, patience, and adaptability. Waiting for the perfect idea is procrastination disguised as planning. Start small. Build fast. Improve constantly. Scale follows execution. Law 11. Gratitude replaces complaining. Complaining drains energy. Gratitude multiplies it. Billionaires focus on what is working, not what is missing. Gratitude sharpens perspective and strengthens resilience. It keeps you moving forward instead of spiraling inward. Law 12. The work is boring. The mission is beautiful. Success is built through repetitive, unglamorous work. Billionaires stay committed because they connect daily tasks to a larger mission. Purpose turns discipline into fuel. Law 13. Obsession beats talent. Talent opens doors. Obsession keeps them open. Billionaires are consumed by their vision. They go deeper when others quit. Obsession sustains effort when motivation fades. Law 14. Ego is the enemy of growth. Ego blocks learning. Feedback becomes threat. Instead of guidance, billionaires stay humble enough to improve. Growth begins where ego ends. Law 15. Slow success builds strength. Fast success inflates ego. Slow success builds character. Billionaires respect the process. What you run slowly, you keep longer.